Hey everybody, welcome back. Let's do caterpillar weaving part 3 today. So we've got our orange, our apple, our pear, our strawberry, and our plum, and our hungry caterpillar that weaves in and out of all of these fruits. Of course, if you don't have this stuff because you didn't do part 1 and part 2, you need to go back and do those things first so that you're ready for part 3. Okay? Part 3, on Saturday, the caterpillar eats through all that food and it gets a stomach ache. And then on Sunday, he's got to eat through one nice green leaf to feel better. So we're going to go ahead and do the nice green leaf today. So get yourself a bigger piece of paper. Hopefully you can find a green one. And then fold it in half down the middle. And we call this the spine over here. You don't have to write this down, but I will just so you can see. Okay, the spine is that edge where the fold is, and this is the open side. Okay, just like a book, books have spines. Okay, so we're going to draw the shape of a leaf. We'll start at the spine and we'll go down and we'll end. Okay, and leaves come in all shapes and sizes, so you can do some detail on there if you want to cut something like that, but you don't want to get too complicated. I guess you have some time if you want to cut things out. You can try a few and see what happens. So you're going to cut along the spine now, and as you follow along that spine, you're going to cut that piece out. You'll get this cool thing, which is the negative shape of the leaf, which is the empty space, but we don't really need that right now. You could maybe find some use for that sometime. Okay, but what I do want is this shape, my nice green leaf, all ready to go. Okay, so let's put some cuts in there. This is the biggest shape we've made so far, so this is probably the one where we can do the most weaving. Okay, so we'll do that and then we'll follow along. That probably works for you if you're right-handed, but for me, I got to turn it this way because I'm left-handed. And then we're just going to go along and we'll see how many we can fit in here. So far I've got 5. Okay, I could probably fit 6 in there, but that looks like it's pushing it for today. So I think we'll just stop with 5. Then we'll fold that back up. And then we're going to snip on our lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll open that back up. Now our caterpillar has a nice green leaf to weave itself through. So we'll go in and out and in and out, and then in one more time. And the caterpillar can peek his head out there a little bit. Okay, so let's put a little bit of glue on our leaf there, and we'll glue that into place, and then we'll finish this caterpillar up today. Alright, so far we've got those 6 shapes there. And if they've had a chance to dry and they're only glued on the top, that way you can lift them up and you can practice weaving anytime you want to with this little project. But let's make these shapes have a little bit more detail so they look a little bit more like the shapes they're supposed to. So grab your black crayon again and then just put a few dots onto the orange. Okay, if you look closely at an orange, you'll see it's kind of got a texture to it. Sort of a speckled texture to it. So we can add a few of those to our orange. And then we could add this little star shape on the top where it was attached to the tree. Okay? You could do the same thing with the pear. Usually pears have some of the speckling on it too. Okay? You could get a brown crayon too, because a lot of times it's brown and not black, but you get the idea. We'll just add a little bit of detail there. Okay, on your strawberry you can add some little circles or some little oval shapes, and then you can have the little seeds of the strawberry on there. Okay, those little white specks that are on there. If you want to get a white crayon and try it out, you could do that, but I'll stick with the black crayon for now. Okay, and if you wanted to with your leaf, you could take the caterpillar out and you could actually add a little detail on the leaf if you wanted to add some veins on your leaf That might be pretty cool too, okay? And then you should always sign your work when you're done. So I'm gonna put Mr. Moose on my picture here so that people know that I made that. Now there's a few other things you can do if you've got some extra paper laying around and you want to put some other details on there. Maybe you can cut a piece of paper and add stems to the fruits that would actually have stems on them. Okay, so I might take a little bit of glue and let's add a stem here to our apple, right? And maybe on our plum too. And then maybe one here on our pear. We could add that stem onto there. So that gives it a little bit more detail. If you want to go a little farther with this, okay, then cut out a leaf for your apple too, okay? And you could add a leaf to your orange if you want to. Every once in a while you'll find an orange that still has a leaf attached to it, or even a pear. And then one more thing, if you want to try and make a leaf or the top of the strawberry, okay, one thing I will do is just kind of cut a triangle shape there and then just use your scissors to cut a fringe into the strawberry top, okay, and make it kind of fringe. You can crumple it up a little bit, that gives it some texture, and then you can attach that onto the top of your strawberry if you want to, okay? And so you can try something like that, make it look sort of like a strawberry top too, okay? And that's one way to finish everything up. So we'll put that on there. All right, that's about it for our hungry caterpillar weaving. So let's get that stuff out of the way, okay? Let's decide what that caterpillar wants to eat. He could start here and weave in through the orange, okay? And since I've got it just glued down on that one part, I can kind of pick it up and look underneath there to help me practice my weaving. So you can keep interacting with this artwork anytime you want to. All right, that's about it. Okay, part 3 is done. There is no part 4. That's the end of our caterpillar weaving. Check back another time and we'll go on and do another lesson too. All right, we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.